Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Now they'll run it on the toss, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, it's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And taken right at the 35. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying, we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll go on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Carr's going to keep it himself. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
He'll return it from the 6. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. In for the score. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On play action, Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. First half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out come the Chargers. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
They get it to him running left. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Well, I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line.
All right, here we go.
Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. To the air. Allen dancing to his left. He may try. And the Denver Broncos are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down, and they're going to throw without him. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Over! All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Harmon. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Gun! Hey,
Looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. "19 seconds showing the play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
now let's go. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
And here's Allen to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Harmon. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, Allen. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Allen operating from the gun. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, first and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gone!
They're going to look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On second down, here's Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. score. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
3-19. 3-19. All right, now, look at 56.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit!
And the blitz does come. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And, boy, on this drive, it looked like the offense was really moving the football. I mean, they have been moving the football, but now they're in a tough spot. Nice play defensively.
Certainly felt like the defense decided to answer what the offense was doing. Okay, you're doing pretty well there. Guess what? We're going to bring some pressure. See if you can handle that. And they got to him on second down, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Advantage defense.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that, but hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Gone! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Leopard!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Lucky 56. Gone!
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. Coleman has it here right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Now Allen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Daquan Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
To throw is Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Allen to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount.
It does occur. No, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pass. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for our visitors, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.